Shalom. Like to show praise due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash, the one that's apostle of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. My name's Connor Walk from Great Millstone, Toronto, doing this lesson, and it's going to be in regards to Captain Tazaryach. This was a footage that I found, and this incident happened probably about like 8 or 9 years ago. Probably about 10 years ago, 8 years or so. And he was interviewing Son Nether, and there was a young Jake, and I believe he was from Mali or Ghana, and he's saying that, oh, you're a Hamite, you're African, right? And that's false, because there are Hebrews that are scattered. There's a very good book written by Khazar. His name's Stephen Jacobs, The Hebrew Heritage of Black Africa. A very good book. Also, Hebrewism of West Africa by Joseph J. Williams. And it goes into the Israelites, the Jews that were scattered. All right, and I'm going to get it. Revelation. So, okay. Revelation 12 and let's start at 3. Let's start at 1. Revelation 12 and 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon of her feet, and upon her head crown of 12 stars, so the 12 tribes of Israel. And she being with child, cried, traveled in birth, pained to be delivered. So this is when Yahushai was born during the time of the Roman Empire, right? And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, so the Roman Empire, right? Having 7 heads and 10 horns, right? So these are the Roman areas. They had like the the Roman Empire that was scattered throughout the Roman Empire, the Western, and from basically the Vandals, the Lombards, and basically the Roman states, Roman vassals, right? The crown upon her heads, and his tail drew their third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to be devour her child as soon as it were born. So this is when Yahushua was on the scene, right? You had Herod, that he wanted to because they knew that the Messiah was gonna come, right? So they tried to kill all the firstborn, right, of the Jews, right? Because they knew that the Messiah was born. So they were doing they're trying to upset prophecy. And she being brought forth a child was to rule all nations as with a rod of iron. So this is Yahushua. It's because it goes back and forth. This is future prophecy, and it goes back and forth into prophecy. The prophecies that haven't come to pass, prophecies that had happened, and her child was caught up unto Yahweh, entered on the throne. All right. So this is when Yahushua, when he got the victory, right? Where he was being he got crucified, then he was risen on the third day, and then he got into he was basically was with the disciples for like like couple days, it's like a couple, basically, I think like 40 days, and then he went into he ascended and went into the chariot, and the woman fled into the wilderness. Right, so this is from 70 A.D. when the fall of Jerusalem, where people were being persecuted. Um, that was when the whole of Judea, they had to flee out of uh, out of Jerusalem, and when place she have a place prepared of Yahweh that they should feed her there 1,203 years. So basically 70 AD, right? A lot of people went to North Africa. Then they started to go into West Africa, and basically from 1619 AD to 1960 AD, when basically the Lord, that we're under the curses, right? And our people were being trafficked, known as the transatlantic slave trade. And basically, we're the dry bones. We didn't know who we were. We lost our heritage. And you know Abba Bivens came he was known as Rabbi Abba Bivens, and he was basically known as the commandment keepers, and they were only going to the Old Testament. And then the commandment keepers, Abba Bivens, he basically separated himself, and then because he was going to the Old Testament and the New Testament. So that's why we believe that Abba Bivens, he's John the Baptist coming back, right? And you know, he was he's feeding our people the knowledge again. But we're gonna play this quick. Let's play this. Do you see him as your brother? As your little brother? If he was born here? No, we ain't dealing with ifs. He already told you where he from. Where you from? Mali and Ghana. He from Mali and Ghana. Beautiful, small. Yeah, he's always from Mali and Ghana, and Mali, Ghana, Nigeria, the whole of that West Africa. A lot of them are Hebrews. Like, there are Hamites amongst them, definitely, right? Because they're intermingled with the Hamites as well. But there are Israelites that dwelling in those lands. That's why when you read about Mansa Musa, and even before Mansa Musa, there's a guy known as Abu Bakr, and basically he came to the New World. He came with a fleet of ships, and he came to the New World because they had a lot of gold mines, so they were filthy rich, right? And you see that that little boy, he has like the big nose, right? Like a Negro type nose, man, right? So you can't say, oh, that he's an African, he's a Hamite. No, he's an Israelite, man. You have to try the spirits, right? Brother, is this your people? No. Not if he's an African. If he's an African, come on, brother. Whoa. Like, we're not African, man. Africa is a continent, right? We are the Hebrew Israelites, right? So you're trying to cause this whole division, you know? Why am I not? Now do you see the danger in that teaching, brother? That just caused a rise between us. That's not uniting us. That's pushing us apart. Yeah, that's it. Right. He's divine, because he should be going into the Israelites that are scattered in West Africa and say, you are possibly a Hebrew Israelite, right? He might be of the Ashanti. He might be of um, the Mali people, right, of West Africa. You know, there are different tribes, you know, throughout Africa that are Hebrew Israelites, right? There are very good books, you know, the Hebrew Heritage of Black Africa, Hebrews in West Africa, you know.
How do you feel when you hear a brother from America say that you're not our people, we're not the same people? How does that make you feel? If you read back on history, your ancestors were in Africa at one point, so there is African in you.
Yeah, he's right, because you know, our people during 70 AD, right, we were living in Jerusalem, right, throughout the land of Israel, and our people were being persecuted, so we had to flee, and that was a prophecy, you know. But like when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, he said, you're gonna have to flee into the mountains. You know, you're gonna have to flee. You know, that's in Matthew 24, right, and also in Luke as well. You know.
There's no Israel. Do you see him as your brother?
Yeah, but that's pretty much it. You know, I didn't want to go too long, but this is video I saw today, so I just decided to upload. So with that, let's hear praise due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Kakodash, the one apostle of great milestone, peace of blessed elect. Shalom.